시청자 여러분 안녕하십니까. 더 리더 최남수입니다. 세계 각국에서 시시각각 빠르게 생동감 넘치는 소식을 전하는 정보 제공의 전초기지가 있습니다. 바로 글로벌 통신사들인데요. 인터넷과 모바일의 확산, 그리고 디지털화로 미디어 환경이 크게 바뀌면서 글로벌 통신사들도 변화를 놓고 고민이 많습니다. 수많은 뉴스가 쏟아져 나오고 누구나 뉴스를 만드는 시대에서 통신사의 경쟁력은 무엇일까요? 오늘 더 리더는 세계 3대 통신사 중 하나인 프랑스의 Af통신의 엠마뉴엘 5구 회장을 모셨습니다. 급변하는 미디어 환경 속에서 AFP의 차별화 노력에 대해 들어보겠습니다. Mr. Emanuel Ogo, thank you so much for giving us a chance to interview you.
Well, thank you to invite me in your show.
So, is this your first time to visit Korea, or?
No, it's not my first time in Korea. Actually, it's my second time in Korea.
Time. Yeah. Do you have any favorite Korean food?
As everybody else, the Korean barbecue.
The
I
Korean
love
barbecue.
It. Yeah.
Okay, my first question is that since you took charge of AFP in April 2010, and what are your efforts to improve or bring changes to AFP?
So, as you know, AFP is one of the biggest global news agencies in the world, and the competition is very hard between our two main competitors, I mean AP and Reuters. And in this competition, video is, of course, a very big issue. The global news agency used to produce text, photos, graphics, and AFP was a little bit late of producing videos. So we decided to strengthen and to focus all our efforts in increasing the amount of videos each day. And now it's working a lot, and we have quite a very big success now with our videos.
Okay, yeah. So, as you know, we are living in the world facing flood of information. So, among unlimited amount of news and information, which areas does AFP focus on?
So, as you mentioned it, there's in our world two big things: news and rumors. News and a lot of mediatic noise. And all the big news global agencies like AFP has to make the difference between what is news and what is the rumors and the noise. And of course, that's the effort of all the teams, all the journalists in the AFP to make this distinction between rumors and news. And this is due to the great skills and the competence and, of course, the day-after-day training of all the teams in AFP.
So, I think that one of the main concern or one of the main jobs should be to maintain the neutrality and objectiveness. So what do you think about that?
It's really important because if we have so many clients all over the world, we have clients in more than 150 countries in the world, and the contract between ourselves and our clients is based on faith, and faith in good news, in good information. And that's the reason why we are so successful. And this is not official news. This is a news produced by free and independent teams all over the world, and the independence of the agency is his best virtue.
So AFP is one of the oldest news agents in the world. What is the AFP's strategy for differentiation from other competitors? And what is the biggest difference, do you think, between AFP and other two news agencies?
So first of all, we have to be as good as our competitors. I mean that we have to produce, as I mentioned it, text, photo, graphics, all the issues and all the news in the world. So it's important to report on Chile, on the United States, Korean issue, and African issue too. But we have also to be different. We can be different on some cover of some part of the world. We are very good on Africa. We are the best news agency for all the Africa issues. And as you know, that Africa now is a very important place where all the stories are coming from. And also we have to be different we are reporting on political issues, economic issues, social issues, artistic issues, but we have to be very good too on sports issues. Sports for us is a very big challenge. We have to be the best on sports reports. So that's one of my other priority besides video.
So you told me that you have been focusing on videos and you made the success in that. So only your staff produces videos, or you are making use of the videos produced by the individual people?
So mainly we are producing by our own. It's very important for our clients to be sure on the source of information. And the first source of information is AFP for us. It doesn't mean that we can take pictures or videos from other sources, but our main sources should be our teams, or journalists, or news team. So it's first of all, it should be produced, or video should be produced by our teams. But sometimes, in some part of the world, we have to take images from the social network. But before giving them to our clients, we are making a very strong effort on certification of these
because the source
images.
is important.
The source is important, and our capacity of having a double check on all our information, and especially video, is of course important. Otherwise, we could face some fakes, and it's important not to give fake information to our clients.
My next question is about Korea, especially North Korea.
Yeah.
So we cannot talk about the Korea Peninsula without mentioning North Korean issues. So I heard that you are gonna open the Pyongyang bureau. So when is gonna be that?
We are working on it.
You are working.
We are working on it. It's one of our projects. We have very strong discussions to establish a new bureau in Pyongyang. It's not done for the moment. I hope that we could make an official announcement in the next months. But for the moment, it's not ready. But we are on the track of opening a bureau in Pyongyang.
So can you elaborate some more on your plan? So how many staff will be there, and what kind of news are you interested in?
It's too... No, now it's a little bit early to give you some these pieces of information. What just I could say that the discussions are going on.
So my next question a little bit is about politics, but everybody is talking about unification here in Korea. So what do you think, and what is your expectation of unification of Korean Peninsula?
Sorry, I'm not here to give you my expectations. The journalists are dedicated to the present, not to the future. But it depends, of course, first of all, on the decision of the people of Korea. So this is my answer. Okay. Yeah.
And okay, back to the AFP. I'm sure that AFP has the various and countless relationship many media all over the world. And from AFP point of view, what are characteristics of Asian market, and also how is the Korean market different from other Asian countries?
I'm sorry to answer you that there's not really a big differences between the Korean market, the Asian global market, and the global market overseas. So they are all faces more or less the same challenger. The print is in crisis, and images is at the center of the world of the media. So, and of course, there is a big competition coming from all the social networks.
Social network, yeah.
So this is a mix of different issues that all the national markets and the global market are facing.
So what is your strategy to expand business in Korea?
It's important to have different answers. First of all, an answer to the traditional media. I mean the print and the newspapers. Most of their strategy is to move to their website, to put their contents from the paper to the websites. And of course, our information should be shorter, should be faster to be able to be immediately downloaded on their website. So fastness and reliability is really important for the print. And for the old broadcaster and for now the social network, what is important is images. That's the reason why I come back to video. Video is our main priority.
Yeah, yeah.
And of course, we have also to imagine we used to be B2B producer.
Business to business, yeah.
Business to business producer. And we have to become more B2B to C producer.
Business to consumer,
business to consumer, and to bring in our products an added value, to bring back more value to our clients.
Yeah. So, as you mentioned, nowadays media industries, especially traditional media, is having a difficult time. We have many different types of new media, including social network and other individual sources. And more news is consumed by mobile. So, in this background, how is traditional media doing in Europe, and what do you expect from media industry in the future?
In our 10 first clients, we used to have 20 years ago, even 10 years ago, more or less only newspapers, you know, top 10 first clients. Now there are not anymore any newspaper in our 10 first clients. We have portal, like Yahoo, like MSN, or big broadcaster. And so that's a big change. That's a big change into the portfolio of our clients. So it means that all our productions have to move, to change, to be much more integrated between the text, the photos, and the videos. Much more multimedia product that should be online and that could be immediately coming from our producing room to our clients.
So these days, many people are using the social network. So all over the world. How about Europe? What is the situation like?
It's more or less the same. You are a little bit in Asia and especially Korea a little bit ahead in the way of consuming news. But now most of the people now are getting news from mobile phones or tablets. So that means that most of our information should be in a proper format to be immediately included in the mobile or in the tablets.
Yeah.
It's impossible now to produce just for the newsroom of our clients. We have to produce for the final products of our clients. So
most of media turning to the digital first strategy in the middle of media crisis. So what steps have you taken to meet such challenges?
It means that we can't talk anymore about the text in general, the photos in general, or even the videos in general. We have to be much more. We used to be very fast. The News Global Agency has made their reputation on the fastness of their production, and they have to still be ahead. We have, of course, on the question of speed of spreading the news the competition we have to face, and we are facing the competition of the social network. But we have to mix this fastness with our capacity of certification. So it's still really important to mix both. And for the moment, when I enter into this job, I used to heard about the global news agency as big dinosaurs belonging to a very old world that should be dead in a short decade. We are still in the middle of the media time because there are so many news coming from so many places that it's important to have in this world of media some places, some corporate and some companies that should reassure the system. So that's what we are doing.
So you are now focusing on videos, and we know that many medias now producing a lot of the videos. So my question is that what is the AFP's differentiation from your two competitors in terms of videos?
I think that in percentage we are mostly done. We do our videos by ourselves. We are, all what we are delivering, we are videos from ourselves and coming, and we are gathering and monitoring videos coming from other sources. What AFP is doing is that its production, it's mainly based on what we are doing by ourselves, which is really important, and not just curation of videos coming from other places.
So focusing on source and credibility.
Yeah.
And it is the year of we call the prosumer. So everybody can produce and consume the news at the same time. So and they consume news via SNS and with their smartphone. So what do you think the merit of the demerit of this change is?
It's as you know, information comes and used to come from everywhere. We used to go 10 years ago on the street and to get some witness when something occurs at the corner of the street. We are now facing the virtual corner of the street. It means that the witness is not just a real person on the corner of the street, but someone belonging to a social network. So it's important, but the job is still the same. We have to check if the information is good or not. It belongs just to the world of entertainment, or it belongs to, and this information belongs to the world of real information, of serious information. Of course, it's for a global news agency, we have to focus first on big issues, real information. It doesn't mean that we should be boring, but we have to be serious. And most of what you're talking about pro-consumer, the mix between producer and consumer, delivers video which have a very short period of time of life. This is something which is that you consume for very short time. We are most focused on information that could last.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you are doing working on the B2C business model. So in Korea,
B2B2C,
from B2B to B2C, right?
Yeah.
In here in Korea, all of most of news agencies sell their content to portal like the Yahoo or something like that. So can you give me more detail on your plan to expand B2C business?
So, of course, we are selling most also of our contents to big portal. The big international portal are one of our biggest clients for AFP. So it means that in the way of producing, in the way of delivering information, things have changed. We have to make the information a little bit shorter. We have to deliver faster. We have to dedicate specific formats for delivering information. So it has changed a lot. The way of writing also a story has changed too. We have to put more color into. So it has changed a lot. In our signature, AFP signature, now is seen from all over the world. We used to deliver information that get into the newsroom of the newspapers. The journalists from newspaper used to read our text, mixed our text with their own sources. Now they put directly what we are talking about on the portals. It means that now we are a B2C producer if we are not a B2C deliverer.
So we are talking about the many changes which is taking place now in the media industry. So we cannot emphasize the importance of the leadership too much in the field of media too. So what do you think the media leadership should be this time?
I think that leadership in media is not a good thing. It's important to have a word of diversity, especially in media, because that's the base of freedom of information. So if in the information should be based on competition and freedom. So it's hard for me to talk about leadership. Of course, we are running at the head of information with other competitors in the world for more than now a century. It's first of all, it's of course an economic competition, but it's mainly based on a value which is much more important than economy. It's freedom. So my best competition is for freedom of information.
Oh, yeah. The time's almost up, so I'll give you the last question. So can you tell us your vision and your plan for the AFP in the future?
It's I think that what is most important is to keep faith in journalism at a period of crisis and move, and to be still to be passionate. It's important to live with the passion. It's impossible to live and work in this world of journalism and information if you are not passionate. And that's what is one of our best value for AFP. It's passion.
예, 오늘 더 리더는 방한 중인 AFP의 엠마뉴엘 5구 회장님을 모셨습니다. 급변하는 미디어 환경 속에서 글로벌 통신사는 어떤 고민을 하고 있고 어떻게 대응하는지를 들어볼 수 있는 시간이었습니다. 오늘 방한 중인 바쁜 일정 속에서도 저희 스튜디오에 와주신 엠마뉴엘 5구 회장님 감사합니다. Thank you so much for giving us a chance to interview.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.